What's going on, everyone? So, of course, like clockwork, Los Angeles Lakers are playing a team, and all of their injured players, of course, are returning. Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal are both expected to play in this game against Los Angeles Lakers, but have no fear, for thy Jackson Hayes is returning. So, look, obviously, that's a fair exchange. Lakers get Jackson Hayes back. Phoenix Suns get Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. We all know Jackson Hayes is better than both those two combined, so don't worry. But look, got to handle business against Phoenix. Phoenix is 8-1 with Kevin Durant. They are 1-9, I think they are, without Kevin Durant. So yeah, they are a completely different team without Kevin Durant, which makes sense. I mean, he is their best player. But Lakers cannot afford to mess around. I do really like the Phoenix Suns matchup. I've talked about this before. We have seen that the Lakers match up very well against Phoenix and have kind of had their number. All right, I mean, obviously we beat them early in the season, and then even that first road game against them in Phoenix, we should have won that game. I mean, if LeBron James plays half decent, that was the game where LeBron had probably the worst game he's had in 20 years, right? Like, and he was so bad, and it's just like, if he was half decent, like literally just like half decent, we win that game. Right? Like if I think he had like 11 in that game. If he gives us like 14, it's a completely different game. So Lakers need to handle business, because look, we just got absolutely embarrassed and manhandled by the Denver Nuggets. We're on a 2-game losing streak. One game was one that we should have won in the Orlando Magic game. And this is what I've talked about, right? So many people I heard, oh, it's only one game. Well, now it's 2. And if the Lakers end up losing to Phoenix, now it's 3. We went and were, 3-0. All of a sudden, we're 4-4 after starting 3-0. And then we went on a 6-game win streak, and we're 10-4. And now we're 10-6. You lose to Phoenix, now you're 10-7, right? Like, it's just, you can't mess around. We can't be going through these like, okay, we win 4 or 5 games in a row, and then we lose 4 or 5 games in a row. Also, if we're being honest and put things in perspective, that 6-game win streak is a 6-game win streak regardless. I don't want to take away from that. I don't care who you play. You could play, Detroit 6 straight times, who beat us, by the way, but you could play them 6 straight times, and if you beat them all 6 times, that's huge. But if we're being honest, right, the Lakers have been a huge beneficiary of injuries and teams missing their top guys. Yes, Lakers are missing some guys too, but big difference when a team is missing their 3 best players and we're missing our 9th and 10th best, right? Like, big difference, right? So again, like, we've had the good and the bad so far this season. Got to handle business. We need guys to show up besides LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You got to start taking these games a little more serious. Got to start showing up, playing both sides of the basketball. Austin Reeves, we need consistency. He had a great game against Denver, but it actually was more so of like a great half, right? Because he started the game really well. That first half, he was really great, and then he really cooled off in that second half, right? But we need the consistency from him, right? The biggest knock with Austin Reeves has just been the lack of consistency. Not so much his play. It's just we know on a random night he could go and give you 25. The problem is you don't know what night that is. Is tonight the night that you get 25 from Reeves, or is tonight the night that you get 5 from Reeves, and he's 1 of 4 from 3, and he's 2 of 15 from the field, right? Like, those are the differences. This is a good matchup for our guards, right? Not so much on the defensive side of things, but Bradley Beal isn't this like stout defender that's just going to lock down Reeves and D'Lo, and Tyus Jones isn't this great defensive guy. Like, we've seen against Phoenix, D'Angelo Russell be able to go off, Austin Reeves be able to get off, Dalton Connect, right? Can he get off, right? Like, it'd be nice if we could have our guards get off on their guards. That, I think, would just be, maybe we can hopefully, fingers crossed, use this game as kind of like the momentum game to kind of get Reeves back on track and get D'Angelo Russell back on track, right? Because D'Lo, I even talked about it yesterday, right? Like D'Lo's, his lack of just not even consistency, like it's just style of play. And he went to the bench, to his credit, bought in and accepted the role, which I like. And it looked like it was an excellent decision, right? Like his first game, he gave you 18. His second game, he gave you 15. And this was on a bench that was averaging 20 and was the worst bench in the league. And you go from that to one guy giving you literally what your entire bench has given you all season. And it was like, okay, cool. We may be onto something here. We might have something here. And then since then, it's just like D'Lo's just been very inconsistent and just hasn't played good basketball since we've gotten here. It's just like the confidence isn't there, the shooting isn't there, and it's like that's kind of the only thing we really need from him is the shooting, right? And then Austin Reeves, like I mentioned earlier, you don't know what Austin Reeves you're gonna get. Right? Like, is this the Austin Reeves where he gets off all over the Phoenix, or is this the Austin Reeves where he continues to have his struggles, right? Like, I don't know which Austin Reeves is gonna get up, right? I don't know which Austin Reeves is gonna show up. I don't know if we're gonna get that Austin Reeves that we just saw in the first half of the Denver game, but for the whole game against Phoenix, I really want to see our other guys besides LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Rui Hachimura, he's got to pick it up, right? Got to be consistent, right? Dalton Connect, you got to get him the basketball on occasion. You got to start, putting him in some actions more. I'd like to see that because he's the guy that can really just get off, right? Like, I don't know. I look at this Lakers team and look, I've said it. I don't believe that they are a true bona fide contender, but there are certain matchups that are really good for the Lakers. And I do believe that Phoenix is one of those matchups. I do think that the Lakers match up very well against Phoenix. You got to think, before the Kevin Durant injury, the one team to beat Phoenix was the Lakers, right? Like, again, this is a good matchup for the Lakers. Lakers match up very well against Phoenix, but it's got to be more than LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You got to get Dalton Connect the basketball more, right? Like, he's a guy that we've seen just be able to light it up. He's a guy that, doesn't matter, you're hand in his face, you're throwing your best defender on it. Like, he's a guy that he needs just a small area of space to just get off. And if you can get that team effort and that, I've talked about it. When Lakers give you 30 assists and move the basketball and play the right way, you can't beat this team. And that's what I need to see more. Like, we've seen a lot, like, particularly that Denver game, it was a lot of three-man action with just Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. You become predictable. You bail the defense out. Right? If I know that it's just those three guys, like, I don't need to worry about anyone else or anything else. Right? Like, you gotta do a better job of getting everyone involved. Gotta do a better job of putting other guys in positions to have success and succeed. And don't bail out the defense by being so predictable. Right? Like, you got 5 guys out there. Utilize them. I'm not saying you have to run all your offense through Rui or Connect or whomever, right? But rather than just like 10 straight possessions, you're just running the same play and it's not working is the problem, right? Like, look, I'm a guy that I believe if you run a play, pick and roll, let's say, just straightforward, simple pick and roll action. If you run it and you score and you go to it again and you score and then 5, 6, keep going until they stop you. Right? Like, if you can just keep going off, like, why not? Like, why would you change it? Make them adjust, don't bail them out, right? But that wasn't what was happening. That is not what was going on with the Lakers. Lakers were not just lighting up Denver, and no, Denver, it was the opposite. Denver was lighting us up, right? So, got to play the right way. This is a real opportunity for the Lakers, kind of right the ship, get back on track, start getting guys going, and I think we'll be in good shape. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my point? Do you think that, like, yes, know, this is a good opportunity for the Lakers and various guys to really get off and handle business, beat Phoenix, get back on track, and you know, kind of build a new win streak? Or do you think that, like, no, like, look, like, there's another L, Lakers aren't going to be able to do it, bad game? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. We enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Now subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.